And that's how I wake up in the morning. Hey everybody, this is Scott from Lawrence Hypnotherapy, and thank you and welcome back to our video called How to Get a Six-Figure Hypnotherapy Business in Just 6 Weeks with Only 5 Steps. So in other words, the 6 figures, $100,000 per year, or the $2,000 per week in only 5 steps. And just to really simplify this thing for you, if you were charging just $200 per hour to deliver the hypnotherapy that you've been trained how to deliver, and if your program has only 5 sessions in it, you only need to sell 2 sessions per week in order to get the 6 figures. So it's not that hard. And yes, I know that you might be dealing with the technology issues or the confidence issues. Maybe you're brand new, and congratulations if you've only just graduated, or perhaps like if you've been in the business for a long time. Again, it's nice to meet you. But perhaps you're finding that you're not getting the client flow that you used to, or that you've never perhaps built the client flow up to 6 figures or more, which has been your goal. So when I first started hypnotherapy, I saw 40 hypnotherapy clients per week in my first 6 months. I was on the Hamish and Andy show in my first year, and it wasn't that hard, but I had help, and I had help in the form of some mentors. So the tragedy at the time, like when I first graduated, that there wasn't all this business support that's available today in hypnotherapy. That basically I had no idea how to run a business. I had no idea how to put a web page up. There wasn't the support around. So I found these mentors, one who taught me how to package my program up, another who taught me how to basically get traffic from the internet onto my webpage to start asking me to make appointments. Simple things like that. I had no understanding how to do it. And that's what we're going to go through in this video. But when I first graduated, I was just exhausted, like mentally. You know what it's like, basically learning so much psychology and then being told, take that hat off that you've spent, whether it's 6 months or 2 years learning how to think like a hypnotherapist, take that hat off, and now you've got to take this business hat and put that thing on. And you're like, are you sure? Are you crazy? Like, my head's already burnt out from this, 2-year diploma that I just had to do. And that's exactly what it was like for me, that I slept on my brother's lounge for like a couple of weeks. We went to some festivals just to clear my head. And that's basically just thinking like, now I have to build a business. Are you nuts? Are you crazy? And so like in the old world, it's that you could basically just get your business cards out and just go to breakfast meetings and stuff, just give people your cards, or you could just like take an ad, and like in the 80s where you could just put it in just a phone book and you could expect to get like a full client base. But now think about how many hundreds of hypnotherapists are being trained every year that are going to be released into the market next year and the year after that and the year after that, that there's so much more competition than there's ever been. So if you're ready to get into just the 5 simple steps of how to build your hypnotherapy client base into 6 figures, 5 steps. So step number 1, have a place to see them. Now, when I first started, I paid $25 an hour to a wellness center. If that's something that you haven't considered yet or something that you haven't done, give it a go. Like, go to a whole bunch of wellness centers and just say, hey, like, do you do like $25 an hour? The office that I'm using now, which is only $120 per week, I've been using it since all the way back in 2010. And it works for me great. But then people are asking, well then Scott, then how do you find an office that's only $120 per week? It's like, well, there is no listing for those things. You need to be talking to multiple real estate agents and ask them what they have. Sometimes they'll say to you, like what they said to me, Scott, you're not going to like this room. And then I came in, I'm like, this is perfect, but I'm going to have to fix it because it was a disaster. I had to paint it. We had to get furniture in. We had to get basically just some mats, some rugs, which were like only, $50 for a rug, like $35 for like a little table, $800 perhaps for a chair, like if you see like my big hypnotherapy chair, but you can get cheaper ones as well. So it's not a big deal to find a place to work from. It's just that you need to keep looking, because a lot of people have lost motivation and they've stopped looking for a place to work from.
Have a room to see your clients. It's okay if you're a traveling hypnotherapist, but you still need a room to bring them to. If you work from an office or from your home, clients online want to know where they are going to go before they make a decision to see you. The first thing that your client looks for is your address and your phone number. Advertising the address of the place that you work at makes you seem real. It makes you seem accountable. Imagine this. You're looking for a massage therapist. So you go online to find somebody, but there's a problem. You can't seem to find their address or phone number. The web page is set up to let you make an appointment and schedule an appointment, but where are you going? You can choose to work from home or you can choose to work from a clinic. It really doesn't matter. And we know this because there are hypnotherapists in Australia who earn more than $200,000 per year who work from home and from a clinic. Having a place to work from makes you appear credible. You instantly gain expert status when you have somewhere to call your clinic. I have seen far too many hypnotherapists go broke because they never settled on one location to invite their clients to. Make the decision right now to place your flag in the ground and claim your space. It doesn't matter where, home, somewhere else, it really doesn't matter. Just start. Make a decision. Real estate. One major tip for finding your clinic. We pay only $120 per week for a 2-room office. We have a waiting room and a practicing room for next to nothing per week. Great deals are out there, but you have to look through no less than 10 real estate agencies to know that you are getting the best deal possible. We were told no way when we asked if we could get 2 rooms for around the $120 mark. So we asked somebody else who said yes. It's on Main Street and it's accessible to us 24/7. So it pays to ask around. Question: where are you working from? Have you claimed your space?
Number 2, you have to be thinking from the client's point of view. I've trained now over 3,000 student hypnotherapists at the Academy of Hypnotic Science, and then multiple up to 10 at a time in my $5,000 coaching programs, like my masterminds and that kind of stuff as well. And so what I found, the same things keep occurring. As much as we all feel like, of course, like I'm special, my situation's different. And yes, we're special, you're special, but you're probably dealing with the same problems that someone else has fixed before. Like you don't need to be suffering from a problem that is fixable just by doing this one step. Too many people are selling on the webpage hypnotherapy instead of selling the problem that hypnotherapy can fix. So like, this is an example that I like to give, like a joke that I like to say. If you were stuck in the woods with, like, say, no chance of rescue, what kind of a car would you like me to come and pick you up in? Would it be yellow, or would it be brown? Would it be black? You'd be like, I don't care what kind of a color car it is. Just get me out of these freaking woods, would you? And the same thing is like if somebody says, would you prefer, like if you're a smoker, would you prefer me to cure that with hypnotherapy, with NLP, with coaching? I'm like, I don't care, just get me off these damn cigarettes. Or like if someone wants to lose weight, what they're going to type into Google is not hypnotherapy. They're not going to type in NLP. They're not going to type in your skill. They're going to be typing in weight loss or how to quit sugar. That's the kind of thing they're going to type in. So you've got to be selling programs that say the problem.
Number 2, focus your marketing around your clients. This point is perhaps the number 1 accelerator to gaining clients. If you only take away one thing, this should be it. Client focus is huge in converting leads into clients. In my whole career, I have never seen any other technique like it. The greatest secret to marketing that you will ever learn is this: people care less about what you do and care more about what you can do for them. I want to say that again. People care less about what you do and care more about what you can do for them. So what does this mean? It means that you are no longer a hypnotherapist. You are a problem solver who uses hypnotherapy. For example, imagine that you get stuck in the woods with no hope of rescue. If somebody happens by to rescue you, what type of car do you want them to be driving? The answer is, or really the answer should be, any car that can carry you from the woods to where you want to be. You don't care what type of specialist they are. You care about what problem they can solve for you. Another example is, let's say that you're building a hypnotherapy clinic and absolutely must attract clients soon or you'll go broke. Who would you choose to help you? Would it be a web page designer, B, a digital marketer, or C, just somebody who specializes in attracting large volumes of hypnotherapy clients? I know who I would choose. The point is that people don't really care what you call yourself. They just want to know that you can fix their problem or help them to achieve their goal. When I first started, I asked my signwriter to put hypnotherapy in large writing. Luckily for me, he asked me a very important question. He asked, what type of hypnotherapy do you do? I learned that I'm not really selling hypnotherapy. So if not hypnotherapy, then what am I selling? I began to build programs around quit smoking, weight loss, insomnia, etc. In my first 6 months, I saw 40 quit smoking clients per week. Now, that's how I built my client base so fast. I advertised the problem, not the method of solution.
The next thing that you need to actually do is to build a program. And so I suggest anywhere between 5 to 10 sessions. 5 is perfect. You can do smoking, which people tend to expect only 2 sessions out of the hypnotherapy. But if you did weight loss, anxiety, depression, insomnia, fibromyalgia, any of these conditions, and you're looking to serve people through hypnotherapy, they expect at least $200 an hour at 5 sessions. So like a $1,000 program. You could even give them $100 or $150 off for paying up front if you just want to get, like a lump sum. People do it all the time. I had someone do it yesterday. Others, that happen all the time. You've got to package it up. And when you package up what you have, so that there's a name of your program, steps, which is the 5 sessions of hypnotherapy, and then a price, which is the $200 per session, that makes it look real. It makes your program seem like something that's really going to give your client a result that they've actually come to you for.
Number 3, build a program. This is so powerful that it's incredible that people are still trying to deliver hypnotherapy sessions loose. It's like they're ordering off the menu, a little bit here and a little bit there, rather than coming to you for a program put together by an expert who knows what they are doing. It wasn't as easy as just advertising quit smoking and hoping that hordes of clients would start to beat down my door to book in to see me. My first hypnotherapy clients didn't come until I packaged up what I do into a quit smoking program. My first offer was this: quit smoking, 2 sessions of hypnotherapy and a 2-disc CD set. Our next was weight loss hypnotherapy, 6 sessions of hypnotherapy and a 2-disc CD set. When you have a professional program, you can fill up your clinic more quickly. Imagine that you want to see 18 clients per week at $220 per session. If your weight loss hypnotherapy program contains 6 sessions of hypnotherapy, that's only 3 clients per week to fill your empty slots. So what's your program? How many sessions of hypnotherapy do you want to perform per week? How many new clients would you need per week to fill your empty slots? Imagine if your webpage only had to attract 3 new clients per week.
The next thing that you're going to have is a web page. Now, this is where you've got to get out of the stress going, hey Scott, I'm not a web page person, or I'm going to outsource that to, to my brother's, cousin's, friend's, girlfriend's dog, or whatever it is. What you need to do is have a go and really just thinking, what do you want to have on your web page? And there's literally 5 things you need on your web page. Anything else at the moment is clutter. You can literally just have one page that just has an offer for one problem. Let's say if weight loss was your actual niche. So you can have basically a banner, contact details, then a headline, which is the name of your program, then your offer, which has a name, steps, and price, and then a call to action that either has, again, with your contact details, your suburb, and where you are, but asks with a form capture for their name, email address, and phone number, where they can opt in to ask you to make an appointment with them.
Number 4, create a sales page online. Think about it. If people look you up, what are they going to find? How credible do you sound if they can't find you anywhere they look? The first mistake that I see student hypnotherapists make over and over and over again is they don't consider design when creating a web page. There are a few rules to follow. Number 1, keep it simple. Number 2, consider your layout first. 3, don't use too many colors. 4, keep your web page colors soft. No bright or primary colors. And 5, use the HOC sales formula, which HOC stands for hook, offer, and call to action. Number 1, keep it simple. I have seen plenty of web page disasters. The simple L-shaped web page is a perfect way to keep your page clean and easy to read. Imagine 4 quadrants to your web page. The L-shaped page keeps the top right quadrant blank to allow for some eye relief. Number 2, consider your layout first. Your layout is the first thing that people notice. All you need to do is align any vertical and horizontal lines so they can start and stop at the same part of the screen. If each box or paragraph is just thrown in there, then people will bounce off your page. Number 3, don't use too many colors. Try to stick to only 2 colors. If not 2, then have only 1 color. Color bursts will cause people to bounce off your page. Number 4, keep your web page colors soft. No bright or primary colors. This is the number 1 reason why people will bounce off your web page when they land on it. If your colors are too bright or harsh, they will leave your page. Most newbies do it backwards. What people do: use harsh primary colors and use apologetic language. What people should do: use soft pastel baby colors and use explicit direct language. Number 5, use the HOC sales formula. HOC stands for hook, offer, and call to action. There are already too many resume web pages out there. Don't fall for the same trap of talking all about how wonderful hypnotherapy is and why they should choose it unless you are teaching people hypnotherapy. If you are using hypnotherapy to help someone to achieve their ambition or to solve their problem, then you must use a structured offer to gain their attention. Let them know that they are in the right place. Let them know what you have to offer. Then tell them how to proceed with you. Hook. This is a provocative headline that allows people to instantly know that they are in the right place. Offer. This is what your client gets when they call you to make an appointment. And call to action. This is a direct statement that instructs your client what to do next. The hook. The job of the hook is to keep people on your page. You want them to keep reading. On my quit smoking sales page, my hook is, "What's your excuse?" Then I have a picture of a stomped out cigarette. The offer. Do you remember when we said that your marketing needs to be client focused and should be in the form of a program? This is a good time to tell people what they get when they call you. What's the price of your program? How many sessions do they get? Do they get a CD set or anything else? The call to action. My favorite call to action is, "You're halfway there." My call to action is above an entry box. My entry box asks clients for their name, phone number, and how long they've been smoking for. Then at the bottom, there is a make an appointment button. Number 5, send quality traffic to your sales page.
Now, the final thing that you're going to need is a traffic source. This stuff is not that hard to figure out, but there are rules, and we don't have time to cover all this stuff now.
There's no point in sending traffic to your page until you've completed the other 4 steps. Facebook has become our favorite source of traffic. Most people don't know how to turn Facebook traffic into money, but you'll be surprised just how easy it is. When I started paying for traffic online, I used Google AdWords pay-per-click. AdWords has become very crowded and very expensive now, so I don't really recommend it anymore. Our first $5,000 week came after switching to Facebook. All you need to create Facebook ads are 2 things: a conversational picture relevant to your service and a custom audience. A conversational picture that's relevant to your service. Once you have a web page for Facebook to send your traffic to, it's easy to find a royalty-free stock image that stirs up a conversation in your client's mind. Facebook is different from Google. On Google, people are searching for you. On Facebook, people are scrolling through their newsfeed. Once you realize how Facebook works, you'll know exactly why your Facebook ad needs to stir up conversation. Number 2, a custom audience. When you have finished your Facebook ad, you'll need to tell Facebook who you want to attract. Facebook allows you to target people via many filters. There's age, location, interests, behaviors, etc. I recommend testing multiple ads with multiple traffic sources to fine-tune your traffic.
In the next video, I want you to stay tuned for a video that we're releasing tomorrow about the 10 myths that hold people back, and you need to see this video to watch before you basically get into all the depth of the programs that you can get. that you need to know these 10, and if you just know these 10 myths, that 10 things that people believe that steal hundreds of thousands of dollars from their careers because they just don't know them, or they believe that, for instance, people won't pay high prices for hypnotherapy because they just don't know how to do it. That there's simple methods that where you don't need to be salesy, you don't need to be pushy, you need to be really, really clear, and people come. That this is a massive industry, people are coming for it all the time. So I'm Scott from Lawrence Hypnotherapy. Remember to like, comment, share this video with everybody. If you know another hypnotherapist that also needs this training, share it with them, and make sure that you come back tomorrow. Check in your email inbox, make sure that you're looking for this video, the 10 myths that steal hundreds of thousands of dollars from you as a hypnotherapist over your career, because this is going to be life-changing for you. So until next time, go out there and just make this happen, because you should love yourself. You're a hypnotherapist, you should have goals, you should love this. It doesn't need to be about pain. So we'll see you tomorrow.